Hi everyone, so today's video I'm going to be talking about, finally, I'm going to be talking about my dupixent experience. I'm going to be talking about everything that has to do with dupixent. Excuse the background, it's a mess, but I honestly couldn't care less right now. Usually I care, but now I don't really care right now. Pretty much a few months ago I made a video about my TSW experience. I briefly talked about my eczema story in that video as well, so if you guys want to watch that, definitely go watch that. I also made a video recently talking about my I briefly talked about in the recent video I made about my healing journey and how important it is to have a healthy mindset, because ultimately that is what helped heal me. I feel like when you're going through TSW, it's the most important thing is your mindset, and when it comes to anything in life, your mindset's really important. So I definitely recommend watching that video because it is what I think will solve all your problems and issues that you're facing with TSW, and that includes, you know, the difficult part of TSW, which is feeling anxious, depressed, and all of that. But in this video I'm going to be talking about dupixent. So first off, if you guys don't know what dupixent is a medication that is used to treat either a severe eczema or mild to severe eczema, and it also helps treat asthma, and it's a injection. So this is not something you take as like a pill form or even a liquid form. No bitch, you have to fucking inject that shit. And you know, for some of you it may not be a big deal, but I used to hate needles, so starting dupixent I was definitely scared, but I was at a very low point in my life when it came to my skin that I just didn't care anymore. So I got on dupixent. But yes, it's a self-injection. You do it yourself, or I think when you're much younger, if you're probably under the age of 13, you have someone else do it for you. So I don't know if you guys are interested in learning about the process of getting on dupixent, like what it involves. So if you guys want to see a video about that, definitely let me know in the comments, because I don't know if that's something that people are interested in. But long story short, it wasn't a very long process. I was told that it was going to take a little bit of time, like maybe a few months, to finally get on dupixent, but I actually got on dupixent really fast. And then I had to set up a day where I would go to the pharmacy to see the pharmacist so they can train me on how to inject myself with dupixent. So the pharmacist pretty much showed me how to inject myself with dupixent. Honestly, I thought he was going to inject me first, and while doing that he's going to teach me how to do it, so then when I take the next one I know how to do it myself. Because the first time you go on dupixent you have to take 2 doses, so you have to inject yourself twice because that is your loading dose, and then after that it's just 1 injection every 2 weeks, every other week. I don't know if it's the same with everyone else. So yeah, I thought that is what he was going to do, but no, I had to do 2 injections myself. Like, what the fuck? I was shitting my pants because I was like, yo, you're not even going to do the first one for me, you're gonna make me do it myself. Like, I've never fucking injected myself before. So at that moment I was panicking. He pretty much showed me briefly with a demonstration, and then he's like, okay, go do it yourself. So I chose to do it on my stomach because I feel like that would just be the easiest. Till this day I still inject it in my stomach. I know other people inject themselves in the arm or the leg, but again, the stomach I feel like it's just the easiest for me. And so after the demonstration I pretty much he gave me the needle, and honestly the needle could be worse. It's not that bad. I think it's like, can you see? It's just like this long, I feel. But again, as someone who used to be very afraid of needles, whenever I get shots I don't even look at the needle. So the fact that I have to watch the needle this time because I'm doing it myself, I can't fucking do this shit blindly. So the fact that I actually have to, you know, look at the needle and look at it going to my skin, oh my god. But I just kept thinking, you know, I'm gonna have healed skin after this, I'm gonna have healed skin after this. So I pretty much, you know, got my shit together and stuffed that shit in my fucking stomach. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. And my tip is, okay, this might sound crazy, but as I was injecting myself, I just imagined that someone is stabbing me with a fucking knife. I know that sounds crazy, but like I was literally trying to imagine the worst pain that I can ever experience so that when I actually inject myself with the needle, it's not that bad. So before even putting the needle in, I just imagined that it's a freaking knife and it's gonna hurt so much, but it's just a tiny needle that ends up just going into my stomach, so it's not that bad. So after the first 2 shots, I didn't really feel anything different. I mean, I guess I wasn't that itchy, but I don't know, like I didn't really feel a huge difference. And then the nighttime came and I started itching like crazy, but then I just kept telling myself, you know, it's just the first day, it's fine. So you have to wait 2 weeks before you do the next one, and within those 2 weeks I noticed that slowly as the day goes by, my skin was getting less itchier. I wasn't necessarily seeing any difference to my skin, but I was feeling like I was getting less itchier. It was, you know, during this time I started school again, so I noticed that I was able to kind of sit at my desk and actually do work, whereas when I was going through TSW, before getting on any sort of medication, I literally could not do anything. I cannot sit anywhere and focus on something. I can't even eat or do anything without feeling the need to itch. So I was kind of happy that I was able to start school while starting this medication, because I was able to focus more. I was able to sit and not itch the entire time. Like I was itching here or there, but not in the entire time. So that is what I noticed. So the second week came, right? When I had to do it myself without any pharmacist or whatever, I was freaking out a bit, but again, it's just something that I had to do, so I just did it. But even like I said earlier, till this day, whenever I do inject myself, I still get a little of that anxious feeling. But you kind of have to tell yourself they won't give you an injection to do yourself if it's dangerous. Like they wouldn't give it to you to do by yourself at home without any professional help if it's something that's going to harm you. Because I keep thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna do it wrong, and then I'm gonna freaking die, and I'm gonna, you know, somehow stab myself the wrong way, I'm gonna start bleeding. Like I start freaking out. But then you just have to remember that they gave this to you to do by yourself, so there's probably nothing that can go wrong. So again, as the day goes by, I start getting less itchier and less itchier and less itchier. And I feel like this is a process that kind of happens gradually. Like you see results and feel relief gradually. Like you don't feel it all at the same day. It's almost like one day you just notice, oh wow, like I haven't been itching recently, like I haven't been itching at all. And then you look at your skin, you're like, oh, like, you know, the rashes that were there are like not there anymore. It's like a slow but very effective process. It's working very good, but you see it happening slowly. Within the first month, the itchiness pretty much went away. Like the intense itchiness from TSW had gone away. I was able to sleep. I was able to sleep like an angel. That is all that I prayed for. Literally, before getting on dupixent, I haven't slept for, let's see, I haven't slept in like 8 or 9 months. Especially when I was going through the no moisture treatment, I didn't get sleep at all. I would probably sleep for 30 minutes to an hour, and that was on and off. I'm getting like PTSD, but anyways, yeah, I was sleeping like an angel. I wasn't scratching all night anymore. I was pretty much getting back to normal, and showers were becoming more normal to me now. It didn't hurt to go in the shower anymore. Yeah, I think that is when, like, that 1 month period after that had gone by, I started to see that all my rashes were like going away. At first it was like rashes, right? And then it was going down into kind of like little dots, and then after that it was just like back to normal. That was just like so amazing. But honestly, I was just so happy to feel normal again. I was just so happy to do normal things again, like sleep, eat, shower. And it's crazy because it's things you take for granted before TSW. Like I remember I was going through no moisture treatment, and I would look at my mom who was like sleeping so comfortably and so peacefully in bed, and I would look at her and I would be so jealous of her. And it's crazy because it's things that, you know, I've always had, but I would take it for granted, and all I would ever do is complain about my skin, when really and truly I should be thankful for all the other things I have. There's nothing bad I can say about my skin at that point. My skin was pretty much back to normal. My skin would get itchy here and there. There would be some nights where I was itchy all day. There would be some days where I would see a rash, but it wasn't anything crazy. After 6 months, I feel like that is when, or maybe after a year, I can't really remember, but there was a certain time where I kind of stopped taking dupixent consistently. Honestly, I was just getting lazy with it. So there would be a month or 2 months where I wasn't taking dupixent. The last time I took dupixent was, I don't know how long ago, probably like a month ago or more than a month. I don't even know. But whenever I'm not on dupixent, I don't know, I feel like I'm fine. You know, like I haven't been on dupixent for a month. I feel like my skin is fine. I do experience like a lot of itching, but it's not that bad. I do experience rashes some days, but it just goes away. Whatever I experience is nothing crazy, it just goes away. That's pretty much how my journey with dupixent went up until now. So if you guys are wondering, am I going to continue dupixent? I'm probably going to. I should be more consistent with it. Maybe I'll get on it again, but it's not something that I feel like I have to get on. When it comes to hair, I feel like it was brought up in the comments, but when I was going through no moisture treatment and TSW, I lost hair. I lost hair on both sides of my head, where I was pretty much, I would say 70 to 80% bald. I only had hair like in the middle. My hair started growing back. I feel like, yeah, when I got into dupixent, my hair started growing back. I don't know if it was because of dupixent. I don't know if dupixent helps with hair growth, but my hair started growing back. I struggled with hair loss before dupixent, so, you know, I knew it was going to grow back regardless. Again, it's all about mindset. That is why my hair is short now. Before, I had really long hair, but then I lost it to TSW, and then I shaved my head, like all of it. I shaved all my hair. Something that I thought I was never going to do in my entire life because I love my hair, but I had to. And this is how long it is now. That's why I keep playing with it, because I can't believe how long it is already. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys have any other questions, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.